Hey, I'm Krista with Dirt Locker, and today we're in Palos Verdes, California, talking with our customer Judy, and we are working on an eroded hillside in her backyard. For people who are planting gardens and want to plan for pollination, what would you recommend?
Well, there's particular flowers that pollinators like, the umbelliferous ones that look like an upside down umbrella. And that would be like dill, carrots. But the main things to plant is borage. Borage is a fantastic attractor of bees, and it produces these purple flowers that taste like cucumbers. So you can put them in your salad.
Yeah.
But truth be told, I don't really plant thinking, I have to have pollinators, because here's the interesting thing about bees is if you have a citrus tree and it's in bloom, they're going to find it. But the thing is, they go out and they say, I'm going to pollinate citrus today, and that's all they pollinate.
Oh, wow.
And the reason that you have apple blossom honey versus citrus blossom honey versus sage honey is because they're all just going after the sage that day. And that's how things get pollinated. Can you imagine if they tried pollinating willy-nilly? Then it wouldn't work out, right?
Yeah.
So the pollinators, it really matters that you have flowering, anything, and they will find it. So I think the whole point of a garden is if you think you're just going to grow squash and tomatoes, you might be very disappointed because the pollinators aren't out for that garden. They want variety. They want to see a really lush garden, and that's the key, is to have, well, variety. And they'll show up. They know. It took me about 3 years to get good pollination on my stuff.
Oh, wow.
Because
Okay.
I was struggling to get things going,
Yeah.
It takes years to get established. Then once you get a garden established, all these things happen on their own. So it takes at least 3 years to get things going. Also, the trees you put in, a citrus tree, it's going to take 3 years before it even wants to produce fruit, because for the first 3 years, it's putting all its energy into producing roots. It's going, once you take it out of the pot and you put it in the ground, it goes, I can finally spread out my root system. So you'll see a potted tree have all this fruit in it. That's because it's like, wait a minute, I'm not getting any more action down here. I might as well say, this is it for me, and start putting out fruit. That's not healthy, because the roots will start to circle. So you got to get the tree in the ground. Again, I'm going to say I pot the plants that I want to keep small. So there are ways to, pot plants or trees, 15 gallons. But there's so many trees I would not put in a pot. None of the stone fruits. Avocado can't stand it. I know there's gardeners out there who'll say they've done it, but maybe it's on a limited basis or a really funky off, not the typical avocado variety. Once you put the tree in the ground and it starts spreading out, that's when you start counting. So peaches, you'll get peaches in 1 year. Figs, you'll get peaches after 1 or 2 years too. But the apples, the pomegranates, they take 5 years. And some trees, like the citrus, will take 3 years to produce fruit, but the fruit might not taste good until you're 5. So you got to give it a chance to get established. Now, all my trees, they're so old. They're really cooking now. Oh my God, the fruit here is just mind-blowingly good. It tastes so off the charts good. Anyway.
So it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Right, that's right. It's a marathon. You have to be in it with persistence for the long haul. Yeah.